Today, we're stepping into one of the most influential success books ever written, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is not a book about money. It is a book about the mind that creates money. In 1937, Hill studied the world's most powerful people, industrialists, inventors, empire builders, and discovered something radical. Wealth is not born in factories. It is born in thought. And in 2026, that idea is more powerful than ever. We no longer need massive factories to build fortunes. We need ideas, execution, and a mind trained for belief and endurance. Your laptop can reach millions. Your skills can scale globally. Your mindset determines the ceiling. This script is structured in two parts. Part 1, desire and faith. Part 2, specialized knowledge and persistence. This is not theory. This is a mental operating system for wealth. Part 1, desire and faith. The fire that starts everything. Napoleon Hill says, wealth begins with desire, not a wish, not a vague hope, but a burning obsession. Desire is not what you say you want. It's what your actions reveal you want. In 2026, most people desire comfort. They desire stability. They desire scrolling and safety. But the wealth creators desire mastery, freedom, and impact. Hill gives a simple formula. Decide exactly how much you want. Decide what you will give in return. Set a deadline. Create a plan. Repeat it daily. Why? Because the mind works on commands, not wishes. Your brain is a goal-seeking machine. If you give it a target, it starts building bridges toward it. If you give it nothing, it drifts. In 2026, desire must be precise. Not, I want to be rich. But, I want to build a remote consulting business earning $15,000 a month using AI tools and my marketing skills. That is a signal. And the mind responds to signals. Hill teaches that every great achievement begins with a dominant thought. A thought so strong it overrides fear. And fear is the real enemy. Fear of being seen, being judged, being wrong, being slow, being behind. But fear thrives in vagueness. Desire kills vagueness. When your desire becomes clearer than your fear, momentum begins. Faith. Programming. The subconscious Hill defines faith as the ability to believe before you see evidence. Not blind optimism, but trained expectation. Your subconscious does not reason. It obeys what you repeat emotionally. In 2026, we are surrounded by mental pollution. Algorithms selling distraction news, selling fear, culture selling average faith is mental resistance training. Hill explains that autosuggestion, what you repeatedly tell yourself, rewires belief. This is not mystical. This is neurological. Modern neuroscience confirms it. Your brain strengthens what you rehearse. If you rehearse doubt, you become cautious. If you rehearse certainty, you become decisive. Faith is built through repetition, visualization, emotional conviction. You don't say, I hope I succeed. You say, I am building a business that solves this problem. Language shapes identity. Identity shapes behavior. Behavior shapes results. Hill understood something modern psychology now proves. You act in alignment with who you believe you are. In 2026, belief is not optional. It's competitive advantage. Two people have the same skills, same laptop, same internet, same tools. One believes opportunity is scarce. The other believes opportunity is created. One applies for jobs. The other builds assets. One waits. The other experiments. Faith does not remove struggle. It removes hesitation. The mind as a wealth engine. Hill taught that thoughts become things. In 2026, this is literal. Ideas become apps, content, courses, brands, communities. Your thoughts become products, but only if they are organized. Random thinking produces random income. Focused thinking produces leverage. Hill warned that uncontrolled emotion is destructive. Fear, doubt, and indecision paralyze execution. Desire and faith do the opposite. They activate. You do not need perfect conditions. You need mental alignment. Because the mind spots opportunities, solves problems, builds confidence, endures pressure. Wealth is not earned first. It is believed first. Part 2. Specialized knowledge and persistence. The weapons of execution: desire lights the fire. Faith keeps it burning. But specialized knowledge directs the flame. Hill makes a powerful distinction. General knowledge equals potential. Specialized knowledge equals profit. In 2026, information is free, but value is rare. You don't get paid for what you know. You get paid for what you can apply. Specialized knowledge is a skill, a niche, a problem you can solve better than others. It's not about collecting degrees. It's about building relevance. Examples in 2026: AI, prompt engineering, short-form content strategy, automation, consulting, no-code development, sales, psychology, personal branding, cybersecurity, online education. The wealth creators are not smarter. They are more specific. They don't say, "I work in tech." They say, "I help businesses automate customer support with AI." That is monetizable clarity. Hill emphasized that knowledge must be organized, directed, applied. Learning without execution is entertainment. And in 2026, entertainment is everywhere. But the mind trained for wealth asks, how can I use this? Every skill is a lever. Every problem is a paycheck. The ally of knowledge: persistence. If knowledge is the weapon, persistence is the armor. Hill calls persistence sustained effort toward a definite purpose. Not motivation, not mood, but discipline. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they stop. They stop when views are low, when clients say no, when launches flop, when results lag. Persistence is the decision to outlast doubt. In 2026, results lag behind effort. The algorithm doesn't reward instantly. The market tests commitment. Persistence is what turns skill into mastery, ideas into income, failure into feedback. Hill lists enemies of persistence: indecision, weak desire, negative influence, fear, lack of organized planning. The modern version: doom-scrolling comparison, shiny object syndrome, instant gratification, quitting quietly. Persistence is focus over time. It's choosing daily content instead of viral fantasies, skill building instead of scrolling, outreach instead of overthinking. The persistent mind does not wait for confidence. It builds confidence by doing. The 2026 Wealth Formula. Let's combine the principles. Desire gives direction. Faith gives certainty. Specialized knowledge gives tools. Persistence gives endurance. This is how the mind creates wealth, not by luck, not by lottery, but by alignment. In 2026, wealth moves at the speed of thought, markets reward clarity, technology amplifies belief. Your phone is a broadcasting station. Your mind is the signal. Hill's message is eternal. You become what you think about consistently. If you think in scarcity, you act cautiously. If you think in value, you build solutions. The world does not pay for effort. It pays for outcomes. And outcomes come from identity. Final message. Think and Grow Rich is not outdated. It is unfinished. It requires a modern world, one that understands leverage, attention, and systems. Wealth is not an accident. It is a mental discipline. Desire without action is fantasy. Faith without persistence is fragile. Knowledge without direction is noise. But when these forces align, the mind becomes an engine, not for survival, for creation, not for comfort, for impact, not for someday, for now. Your thoughts are seeds. Your habits are soil. Your persistence is water. And in 2026, the harvest is global. Because the real secret of wealth was never money, it was always the mind.